I think I've come up with a good way of explaining ego consciousness and what's going on in the world. So I'm gonna Karl Rove you with a little thing like this. Well, ego consciousness, this is a realm that surrounds Earth. It's a part of Earth. It just surrounds Earth. It's one big like life. It's like a cell of its own life. It gets passed down through the generations. It gets passed on and on and on over time. Basically, ego consciousness works like this. Inside of it, you have the divisions. You have religion, you have Muslims, you have Christians, you have Buddhism, you have Hinduism. You'll have bankers, you'll have lawyers, you'll have judges, you'll have politicians, you'll have the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the Green Party. Basically, ego consciousness is a structure that is divided up into different many areas of thoughts. You'll have artists and you'll have scientists, that kind of realm. You have a light soul. You come from a universe that is outside of this ego consciousness. You have a light soul from the light universe. You enter into the ego conscious realm that surrounds Earth, that's inside this dark membrane, and you become a part of this ego consciousness. You might enter a religious environment that makes you religion. You might enter a banking world that you start believing in the principles of banking. You might become a lawyer. You might become a judge. You might become a politician due to your surroundings, your environment. But the truth is this: you are not an original person that you think. Your identity of yourself, who you think you are, you really don't have an original idea in your head. It's all learned from some division inside this ego consciousness. You're not thinking an original thought. From the moment you're born, when you grow up, this environment is training you in the environment that's surrounding you. So if you grow up in a banking family, you will definitely believe in banking. You might not do that for a living, but you will definitely believe in banking. What I'm saying is this: you are not an original person, original human being, original identity, original personality whatsoever. You are a conglomeration of this. Maybe a lot of this, maybe some of this, but you are this. The only type of people that bring in the outside information from the light universe into this dark ego consciousness are the artists and the scientists. They bring in original thought. They are not thinking with the box that has been constructed of ego consciousness. They, Mozart, Bach, Amadeus Mozart, duh. Well, let's go modern. Let's go Neil Young, Bruce Springsteen, Paul McCartney, bands like that. Oh, U2 and the Muse lately, ones with social statements that are aware of the environment. They're making, that are bringing new information in and reflecting society. We're not talking the dance music. We're not talking soft cell of the 1980s, garbage like that. We're talking soulful music that's produced from the soul that enters into the ego consciousness, that brings in a certain style of music that's soulful. Classical, same thing. Classical, back 200 years ago, was very soulful. Jazz, the jazz musicians, they brought in their own form of music. Scientists, well, we can go to Newton, Copernicus, Galileo, all the way through Einstein, and currently Stephen Hawking and his group of authentic scientists that are bringing in, finding new information, or reinterpreting the outer structure correctly, outer reality. That's still new information coming in. But for the most part, 98% of us, 99% of us, and I'm there too, I'm not discounting myself, we are not as original as we think. We are not special people, special identities that can create our own reality. No, we're just recycling this stuff. Oh, I think I put it best like this. We are borrowed recreations of the ego structure. You are a borrowed recreation of somebody else's ego that has been taught to you. That's the schooling, the education that you learn. So you're not an original identity, original person. This makes you unreal. Light down here outside the dark membrane. The light membrane is the only thing that's real. Everything that goes on in this ego consciousness is an illusion. It's not real. That includes you. That is why your personality is nothing special. Neither is mine, really. It's not even real. It's temporary. We all have a soul that's very advanced. Do you think that advanced soul really is going to keep Carl Gary around? No. I'm already history. I'm already moved on. I am just a time fragment in this ego consciousness trying to help this structure out. I'm not real. This is not my final version of me. My final version of me is much bigger than this. That goes for you too. The final version of you has original light thought. None of this. Oh, this will start to disappear. These divisions inside this ego conscious. Bankers will drop out, lawyers, judges, politicians, religious people, atheists who don't believe in a soul. This will all start to unite in a compassionate movement. So all this division will start to break away. Just got to give it time. I hope that helps.